Howdy, howdy, folks. Joe Kolar with you live on Fox9.com. Welcome to TCO Stadium for the Vikings Prep Spotlight. 5th year of the Vikings and TCO putting on this Prep Spotlight. The first of 2 games in 2023 features the visiting Two Rivers Warriors and the host Harding Humboldt Nighthawks. Tonight's game features 2 squads looking to build on 2 very different types of momentum from last year. Harding Humboldt, the past season's dreams were deferred following a 7-1 regular season and a disappointing end in the regular season game against St. Paul Johnson led to a 1-game suspension that effectively ended their season. As I said, the dreams turned into nightmares. Then they graduated 19 seniors, still looking to get off the schneid here in 2023. Whereas on the other side of the ball, the Two Rivers Warriors regular season last fall was a nightmare in and of itself, as many of their regular seasons of late have been. They are a combined 0-8 the last couple regular season openers, and they are trying to get off the schneid with a win here at TCO. Their first game at TCO Stadium. They did wake from their slumber after that 1-7 regular season start, ripping off 2 big upsets over Hastings and Bloomington Kennedy in the section playoffs before eventually falling in the championship game for sections to St. Thomas Academy. So tonight the question at TCO Stadium, which team will turn their dreams into reality? We will tell you next here from the Vikings Prep Spotlight.
Welcome to Vikings Prep Spotlight, a high school football showcase. From the TCO Performance Center at Vikings headquarters in Eagan, the Two Rivers Warriors make the short trip to take on the St. Paul Harding Humboldt Nighthawks. Vikings Prep Spotlight is presented by Twin Cities Orthopedics. With the call of tonight's Vikings Prep Spotlight game, here is Joe Kolar.
Back here for the pregame of the Vikings Prep Spotlight between St. Paul, Harding Humboldt, and Two Rivers. A little bit about the Harding Humboldt Nighthawks. They are in their 3rd year of a co-op team. It's the 2nd year for Coach Andre Creighton. As I mentioned at the open, the Nighthawks were out in full force in 2022, going 7-1 before their season was ended due to an unfortunate end. A little bit about these 2 different schools. St. Paul Harding has just 2 appearances to its record in the state tournament in 1975. They were the runners-up in 1973. St. Paul Humboldt has never been to the state tournament, so they decided about 3 years ago after the pandemic to combine, get their numbers up, and really find strength in numbers to be competitive, not only in practice, but in the games. In 2021, when they started, they went 4-5. They lost their first postseason game to St. Paul Highland. Highland Park is a section opponent, and they will face them later this year. As I said, 2022, they were a 7-1. As we get ready to look at their opponent here, the Two Rivers Warriors. Two Rivers, 2, an appropriate number for this team, as they have gone with a dual head coach option this year. Longtime coach Tom Orth in his 34th year welcomed Bruce Carpenter, former Winona State quarterback, most recently the offensive coordinator at the University of St. Thomas. Bruce Carpenter came aboard as the co-head coach, really to kind of, I think, reinvigorate the program, bring some new energy, possible succession planning as well. And the Carpenter family has deep roots there in the Two Rivers Mendota Heights School District. Bruce Carpenter's wife, Jennifer, actually the head coach of the Two Rivers softball team. As I mentioned again, teams with mirror images in terms of their regular seasons from last fall. Two Rivers went 1-7. They were outscored 281-52. You heard that right. They gave up 281 points, only scored 52. They allowed 5 opponents to go for 40+. 1 even went for 50, and they were shut out 3 times. But it's a new season. They come into this game 1-1 on the year, a Week 1 win over Minneapolis-St. They fell in a hard-fought game to Hastings down at Todd Field McNamara Stadium, 9-7 last week. So 1-1. They've already equaled last season's win total as the Two Rivers Warriors take the field. They are the visitors tonight at TCO Stadium. Proud of their effort and energy is what Coach Carpenter told me. He's really excited about the conditioning work the squad put in over the summer. They have a host of newcomers who have really added to their team's energy, and the one player to watch for the Two Rivers Warriors is Max Mogelson. Mogelson, 6'5", 270, a senior. I heard on a broadcast of one of their games earlier that since he was a freshman, he's been the biggest and possibly the best player on the team, and even on the field in any game he plays in. Max Mogelson is a commit to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He'll be headed to UNLV next year. It's going to be a kind of a size versus speed battle up front. This D-line averages 241 pounds for Two Rivers. The largest guy on the Harding Humboldt Nighthawks offensive line is 270. That's sophomore Nazir Yeah. So it's going to be a battle in the trenches, size versus speed. Two Rivers, of course, trying to find a way to build strength going into their section tournament at the end of the season. It's a very difficult section. They are in Class 5A, both of these teams. Two Rivers is in Section 6. Their opponents are the two Bloomington schools, Jefferson and Kennedy. The Apple Valley Eagles, as we said, Hastings, who they battled hard last week in a team. Normally, in the past, Hastings has kind of had the upper hand on Two Rivers, formerly Henry Sibley, but they put the fight to him last week. So Two Rivers trying to build on that, but the big gorilla in the room, looming large in Section 6 of Class 5A, is St. Thomas Academy. St. Thomas Academy winning here last night, but here come the Harding Humboldt Nighthawks. 0-2 on the year. Very excited to be here on this stage. Was talking to Coach Creighton. Andre Creighton, in his second year leading this co-op squad, said their preparation did not change this week. They're obviously very excited for the opportunity to compete on this field, in this stadium, on this stage, but it was business as usual. Asked about how the team is handling the 0-2 start after last year's 7-1 record in the regular season. Coach Creighton said, this is what happens when you improve. They're playing a little bit of a tougher schedule. They lost those 19 seniors, so some younger guys are having to step up. They have battled an injury bug, as many squads have here early in the year, but Harding Humboldt looking ready to go tonight. Player to watch for the Nighthawks, no doubt about it, it's Aljon Douglas, number 1, 5'9", 160, a junior. Coach Creighton said he is their spark plug. He will do it all. Catch, run, return, play defense. He scored in all 3 phases last year. He is the focal point of their offense. Both teams now on the field as we get ready for the national anthem here at TCO Stadium. That is the national anthem from Humboldt's principal as we get ready here for the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO. Kickoff is next.
Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome back to Fox9.com and Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO as we get ready for kickoff here. Harding Humboldt, the Nighthawks, won the toss. They deferred. Beg your pardon, it was Two Rivers won the toss. They deferred. Harding Humboldt will take the ball. Harding Humboldt, the home team on the scoreboard. Very excited to have our suburban officials here tonight. The head referee, Andrew Aller, the umpire, Brian Grandstrand. The down judge is Kevin Mann, line judge, Jason Voigt, and the back judge, Aaron Williams. Thank you to these officials and all of our officials for doing what they do. We do have an official shortage in the state of Minnesota. Help us have all of these games and all of these kids have fun. Sign up to be an official. So we'll see the two speedsters back deep. As I mentioned in the open, Aljon Douglas back deep. He will be on the right side, paired up with his counterpart. That's number 2, Nate Che. Che will play a big part in this game. He's a senior captain. Ready to kick it off right now for Two Rivers is going to be Mason Boykin, the senior. Ball is in the air. That's going to be Che. Looking for blockers on the right side. Run down and tackled. Nice open field tackle there. Made. That's number 28 for Two Rivers on the stop. Jaden Kinzel Arendon. 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the 21-yard line. Tyler English, Nasser Jaden Rollins, Alan Mann, and Jonathan Williamson left to right, the offensive line for the Nighthawks offense. Four down defensive linemen for Two Rivers. Starting quarterback, Neo Che. Short pistol. High snap, ball's already on the turf. Che is going to get on it, but it's going to be a big loss. They'll spot it all the way back at the 9. An unfortunate and inauspicious beginning for the Nighthawks. Harding Humboldt cheer section on the near sideline, firing up the Nighthawks faithful. In with the play here, number 5, Caprice Vanzant. Exiting number 1, Aljon Douglas. Jaden Rollins, the junior center, gives everybody their splits. Dayton Uhuru there taking the snap. That ball's handed off. Number 9 on the run, Izzy Tao. No gain. 3rd down. They've got to get to the 31. 21 yards away. Dayton Uhuru in the pistol. Izzy Tao behind him. Uhuru's going to sweep, fake the pitch, gobbled up, throws it under pressure there in the backfield, causing the throw. That was 55 on a great blitz there from Two Rivers, Carter Garland. So not an ideal start here for Harding Humboldt, as they will be forced to punt it away. Although we may have had a flag on the play. Indeed, it looks like we did. Andrew Aller, the referee.
Quarterback did not come out of the pocket, did not make the line of scrimmage. Intentional grounding on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So intentional grounding is the call, as Dayton Uhuru, the senior quarterback, could not get outside the pocket. He threw it to nobody, no receiver in the area, so they'll back him up 5 yards. Loss of down as well. They are on the 2-yard line. 4th down, and it's Aljon Douglas punting from the shadow of his own goalpost. Lagerman back deep to receive for Two Rivers. Douglas is going to keep it and try to run for it. Scampers through the middle. He's got room left side. Aljon Douglas is free down the left sideline. 98 yards. All green turf in front of him. Touchdown Nighthawks on a fake punt from their own end zone. Hold the phone. There is a sole flag at the goal line, back where the snap occurred 100 yards away. Let's go to the officials to see the call. Oh, boy. Illegal formation is the call. Too many men on the line. They'll have to do the 4th down all again. It's half the distance to the penalty, so they'll go to the 1, and a 98-yard fake punt on 4th and 30 is wiped off the board for the Nighthawks. Oh, just a killer. What a run. Well, there you see it, even though it's taken away the explosiveness of Aljon Douglas. The speed through the middle made half the Two Rivers Warriors defense miss. They were definitely not expecting a fake there. And so they'll have to put the rabbit back in the hat. See if Two Rivers is ready for this. Whatever is to come. It's Douglas again lined up. They've got kind of the wider punt protection on. This one is a kick. Right-footed boot, caught at the 31. On the move, right side. Up to the 18-yard line. That was number 6, Cole Altavia. We'll see him a couple times on special teams, but the return from the 31 down, looks like they'll spot it at the 19, and that's where Two Rivers will begin their first drive deep in Harding Humboldt territory. So already some fireworks, but the laundry on the field pulls it back. Scoreless with 9:49 to go. First quarter. Starting inside the red zone. Rory Schuler gonna give it right side on the move. Touchdown, Ramsey Rizlov on the first play from scrimmage for Two Rivers. Rizlov got in at Hastings last week, and he scores on the opening play tonight. "19-yard scamper right side for Ramsey Rizlov. Pretty straightforward give. Great blocking on the right side as Rizlov finds the sideline and gets it across the goal line. 6-0 extra point pending here. In to kick will be the specialist Boykin. The holder, Drew Altavia, the sophomore, and Mays Carpenter to snap. Whistles blow, flag down. So already 3 flags thrown. Did not see a signal on the kick, so if it was either encroachment or offsides, we'll have to see. So we'll retry the point. Encroachment on the Nighthawks. One play, 19 yards. Took all of 7 seconds as Rizlov bounced his way around the right side here at TCO Stadium. Two Rivers, though, with the extra yards, going to line up and go for 2. Schuler under center. Big bodies up front. Give to Rizlov, and he'll power it in. They take the 7th point off the board, exchange it for 8. 8-0. Two Rivers ahead early on just one play, a 19-yard scamper by Rizlov. Boy, talk about a swing. That's a 15-point swing after the Douglas fake punt was wiped off the board. But let's not take anything away from Rizlov here. Look at the blocking up front. We told you it was going to be power versus speed, and right now power has the lead. On the right side of that line, Claremont and Quiros doing the work. Yoni Quiros, 6 foot, 285. He's the right tackle, the right guard, number 74. David Claremont, 6'3", 300. Some big bodies moving space for Rizlov, and he used it well. 8-0, 9:42 to go here, first quarter. Two Rivers taking advantage of some penalties. We did talk to Coach Creighton about that pregame. He noted they've had some mental mistakes in their first 2 games in this 0-2 start. We see those creep in early. One of them costs the Nighthawks a touchdown on an amazing run on the fake punt. Nonetheless, Two Rivers up, 8-0. There's the boot, and it will be Douglas, right side. He's got speed. Douglas has one man to beat, and he's wrapped down. We might have a face mask as well. Tackle made by Lamont Michaels, but Douglas fields that at about the 15. We will await the call. Boy, this junior Douglas is exciting.
Face pass. Defense, number 15.
So they'll march it off from the Nighthawks 47. They get it all the way down to the 38 of Two Rivers. That's where they'll begin with 9:34 to go. Dayton Uhuru back deep behind Neo Che. Che will pitch left side. Getting wide and a block. Big tackle made there. That was Nate Che on the carry. Spun out of bounds. They're going to give him 1 yard to the 37, 2nd and 9. So we've already seen 2 quarterbacks for Harding Humboldt. Dayton Uhuru, and now Che. Douglas back in. They'll split Nelson left, 3 receivers right. The widest of them all, Zane Shear. It's Neo Che, the junior. Flag on the play. Back him up, 5 on the delay of game. Another penalty. Second and 15 from the 42. Che, backwards pass. That is a live ball. Scooped by Douglas, and he is spun out of bounds and finally brought down. Nice play there. And already extracurriculars popping off. We got hats and flags on the ground. Hit was made originally by 5, Ramsey Rizlov. Douglas did not take kindly to the lateness of part of it. Coaches jump in right away. We've got one official with his hat off, multiple flags on the ground. We'll get this sorted out. So tempers flaring a little bit. Harding Humboldt coaching staff getting their team to calm down. Officials sorted out. Got head coach Andre Creighton talking right now on a little bit of a walk with Aljon Douglas. Getting him to calm down. It was a aggressive tackle than there was a little bit after, and the flag did come out for the late hit. So we may have offsetting fouls as they think they would both be dead ball. Still getting things sorted out. That is the first foul on number 1, Douglas. They will negate each other. The late hit was 15. The unsportsmanlike was 15. If you remember the play, it was a backwards lateral that hit the turf. It was bouncing around. So now it is 3rd and 23 from their own 48. The line to gain is the 28 of Two Rivers. So the penalty takes it back to the 48-yard line of their own side of the field. Che takes the snap, blitz on, and he's brought down. Sprinting into the backfield, Cole Altavilla, the 5'8 sophomore. He was a newcomer to watch, according to the coaching staff at Two Rivers, and he just delivered on the sack back to the 41. So a great kick return and a face mask penalty put Harding Humboldt on the Two Rivers 37. And they ended up all the way back at their own 41. 4th and 31 now. Back deep, Johnny Lagerman for Two Rivers. Aljon Douglas into kick. Ball's on the ground again, and he is brought down. Whistles did blow, I think, to stop the forward progress. Douglas tried to get rid of it, but they're going to mark him down at the 38. Getting back in there was number 2, Riley Pierce, the senior. Disrupts the punt, sacks the punter, and there'll be a turnover on downs. So again, taking over in Harding Humboldt territory, Two Rivers, they've had one offensive possession. It was one play, 19 yards, Rizlov. Then they went for 2 after the encroachment on the extra point. 8-0 here, 7:43 to go. Second possession of the game for Two Rivers. That's Carpenter in motion. Little screen pass. Rizlov gobbled up and smacked down. Nice play there. Number 7, Zane Sherry, the 6', 177 junior. So negative yardage. They tried to set up the little tunnel screen here. Sherry was waiting for it. Put Rizlov on the turf. Loss of 4 on the play, back to the 34 of Harding Humboldt. Two Rivers, 2nd and 14. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rizlov to the left of Schuler. Adam Suki back here on the left side. It's a swing pass out to number 6, and he is gobbled up. Nowhere to go as Cole Altavilla tackled by a host of Harding Humboldt Nighthawks. There is a flag down on the play. Looks as though it's illegal formation. They're going to see if Coach Creighton wants to accept the penalty or not. talking it over. Another penalty. We've had 5+ already. Here's the call. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. You see the pitch out there to Altavia, and already right in his face, Pierre Stewart. Great tackle in the open field. So Harding Humboldt just takes the result of the play and burns the down from the 35. We've got more action on the field. I don't know if it's the bright lights, the sounds, or the stadium, but the young men are still getting comfortable out there here at TCO Stadium. So the false start backs them up again, and the Warriors go in the wrong direction. And after letting Two Rivers score on the first play, this Harding Humboldt Nighthawk D in their 3-4 with their speed, trying to get around these big earth movers up front for Two Rivers. Schuler gonna hand it. Rizlov bouncing left, makes a man miss, cuts it back inside. There's Pierre Stewart on the tackle, but nice running there from Ramsey Rizlov. Gets it down to the 28-yard line. 4th and 8. Two Rivers gonna go for it here. Rory Schuler, the 6', 170 sophomore, was not the starter. Drew Altavia was to begin the year, but injury problems put Altavia on the bench. Schuler now in to lead this Warrior offense. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap. Schuler gonna fire it deep. Launches down the sideline. Oh, and it was almost intercepted, then almost caught. Getting his hand on the ball was number 3, Albert Wellington, the free safety and left cornerback, but it almost bounced into Rizlov's hands. But either way, as good as a punt. Here, we'll take a look at it. Ball's in the air, watch this. Tipped once, Rizlov gets his mitts on it, can't bring it in on 4th and 8, so another turnover on downs. So after opening with a punt, a fake punt that went 98 yards, called back for a touchdown, Harding Humboldt gave the ball to Two Rivers. They scored on their first play. The teams have each traded turnover on downs. And now Harding Humboldt to take over from their own 28-yard line. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Option right, pitch. This is Douglas. He's trying to find space. He's crafty, shifty, diving forward. It's going to be a first down for the Nighthawks. That's their first down of the game, out to the 40-yard line. Boy, even when it doesn't look like there's space, he can find it. But we do have an injury, and it does look like that is to Douglas. Maybe took a knee to the wrong area there. So Aljon Douglas to the bench. They'll bring in number 10, Neo Che, to quarterback. Out wide left, Richard Nelson. The wing back in motion. Snap, high. Che wants to fake the give, can't do it, and he's gobbled up. Leading the charge there, number 7, Max Mogelson. And now we've got another flag as the clock stops. Officials talking it over. Won't speculate. It was a hard hit coming in from both directions. I didn't see a face mask. It looks like they are going to march it toward the Two Rivers end zone, so potentially on the defense here. 5:32 to go, 8-0. Two Rivers with the lead over Harding Humboldt. We've had plenty of penalties to talk about and a little bit of a herky-jerky start to tonight's Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO. We have a personal foul. So it's a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. I don't know if that was on Mogelson, but there was kind of a higher late hit as he was gobbled up. Che. So now a first down puts them back into Two Rivers territory. They're on the 45-yard line, are the Nighthawks. Wing back in motion. The snap is low, the ball's on the ground. Had some issues with the snap already, but hopping on it for the Nighthawks is Izzy Tao, number 9. Mogulson's hit probably clean from that earlier penalty. 28, Jaden Kinzel Arendond probably came in late. Either way, after the bad snap, it's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 46. Neo Che in the pistol. Wingback goes in motion. Good snap this time. Inside give. Running right up the middle. That's number 9, Izzy Tao. To the 40. Third and 5. Izzy Tao getting some playing time here. The senior, 5'6", 195. We'll keep an eye on the injury to Aljon Douglas. Nate Che, wingback right. Caprice Vancent on the option. Ball's on the ground again. I think Two Rivers has it, still squirming around. Mogulson looks to be on the bottom of the pile with the rock. Indeed he is. Two Rivers football. On the fumble. 3rd and 5, the option doesn't work. Could not be handled. A big hit leveled there as well. Everybody had their man Cole Altavilla delivered the blow, possibly put a little bit of doubt in Caprice Vancent's mind as he was looking for the pitch. Probably took his eyes off the ball. Mogulson gobbles it up. First down for Two Rivers. They'll start from their own 38. 3:53 to go. 3rd possession of the game for the Warriors. In at quarterback, Drew Altavilla. They put Mogulson in motion. Snap, inside give, Rizlov. He's got blockers, they're big. Diving forward, keeps his feet, he's across midfield to the 40, down to the 35, and he's tackled out of bounds. On the stop, saving a touchdown, number 3, Albert Wellington. Big run by Rizlov there, all the way down to the Harding Humboldt 34. Look at the blockers clear the way here. Rizlov reads the hole, and he has got a convoy, makes a cut. Amazing to keep his feet over the midfield stripe before Wellington pulls him down out of bounds. First and 10 from the Nighthawk 34 for the Warriors. Mogulson again in motion. 2 receivers, one either side. Altavilla fakes the handoff, wants to pass. Looks for Mogulson over the middle, but instead goes short. Riley Pierce can't bring it in. Pass is incomplete. Altavilla, 5'8", 170 sophomore. As I said, he started the season as the starter for Two Rivers. An injury took him off that. He's an exciting newcomer. Coaching staff, Bruce Carpenter in particular, said very excited about this kid. And they noted across the Two Rivers team, the coaching staff did, they're very proud of the contributions they're getting from 3 different grade levels. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Give to Rizlov, and he's brought down. We're going to spot it at the 30. Nice stop there by Zane Sherry. Rizlov gets it to the 30, so 3rd and a long 5. Lagerman goes out wide right. Adam Succi tucked in the slot left. 2 backs. Altavilla wants Lagerman. He's got room. Can he find the ball? He can't. Good throw by Altavilla. A little shallow. Lagerman had to look back up into the lights, try to make a Willie Mays-like catch inside the 10. Couldn't haul it in. It's the kind of play, though, you call on third down if you're going to go for it on fourth. So incomplete here. Fifth play of the drive coming up. You'll see he had a step and he just couldn't find the ball. If Altavia puts that ball more toward the goal line, not toward the sideline, might have had a 30-yard touchdown catch. As it stands, 4th and a long 5 from the Harding Humboldt 30. This Nighthawk defense working hard, giving up a lot of space and a lot of room and a lot of size to the Two Rivers offensive line. That's a timeout here. We'll step away briefly. Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO.
Vikings football is back.
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
Welcome back to TCO Stadium. Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO. Harding Humboldt, the Nighthawks, taking on Two Rivers, the Warriors. 8-0 here in what's kind of been a herky-jerky, I would say uncomfortable first quarter. These kids are excited to be playing under the bright lights where their heroes play, clad in purple. Everybody kind of getting sorting out. The only scoring play came on the first play for this Two Rivers team as Ramsey Rizlov went 19 yards for a score. Other than that, it's kind of been a back and forth affair. We've had a lot of time looking at laundry on the field. 4th and 5, a long 5 from the 30. Altavia, 3 receivers, 2 to the right. Looks right, pumps once, has to scramble. Dumps it off, finds Rizlov. He's going to get to the 10, down inside the 7, but there is a flag back near the line of scrimmage. We're going to have to see if Drew Altavia was able to hold himself behind the line of scrimmage or if it was an illegal forward pass because his momentum took him forward. Also could be looking at ineligible man downfield based on the preliminary signals. No need to speculate, though. Head referee Andrew Aller will let us know. It was indeed an offensive lineman. That happens on those long scrambles as they're not sure if the quarterback's tucked it to run and they're going to block or if the quarterback's trying to stay alive and make the play. As it stands, 5-yard penalty brings him right back to the 40. So Two Rivers will go here, 2:39 to go first quarter. Lagerman wide right. Suki tucked in left. Now they'll send Rizlov out to the slot. 5 rushers deep down the left sideline. It's caught at the 5. Adam Suki. The senior wideout hauls it in as he falls down near the out of bounds line. Altavia had a clean pocket, put it up in the air, and a great catch as Suki kind of had to come back to the ball. Spot it on the 5 for a 35-yard completion on 4th down. 1st and goal from the 5. See if they lean on this big offensive line to get him across into pay dirt. Altavia give to Rizlov right side. He's got blockers and he gets popped. Big hit there. As he was dancing behind his players. I think that was Daviante Evans on the hit, number 99. Take another look at this pass. Look at the clean pocket, how much space Altavia has to really put his right arm into that one and coming back for the ball. As I said, Suki making that tough to do that looking into these lights. This is a different sky. Not just a dark sky with your field lights. We've got a lot of lighting around, a lot of buildings in the background. Not something these high school kids are used to playing against, but great catch there by Suki. After the Rizlov run, took him down to the 3. 2nd and goal. Altavia, 2 backs with him. Both to his left. Go Rizlov up the middle. He's going to power. He loses his helmet. See where they spot him. They're not going to give him the touchdown. He is going to get to the 1 yard line. They are ground and pound right now, are the Warriors. So Rizlov to come out. In his place, Johnny Lagerman. See if they put him in the background, in the backfield. Here's that play again. Rizlov, hard yards in there near the goal line. Almost lost the ball. Big tackle. Big hit there by Nate Che. Popped his helmet off. Mason Crewpenny the back, but they're going to sneak it right up the middle. They're in. Touchdown, Two Rivers. 14-0 lead to the Warriors. That was the sophomore, Drew Altavia, on the keeper. We said it was size versus speed all night. Look at the push from Two Rivers. Oh, he just escorted into the end zone from Carter Garland, the 6'3 junior, powering across the goal line. 14-0 lead. In for the extra point, Mason Boykin, the junior specialist for Two Rivers. Kick is up, and it is good with 59 seconds to go here, first quarter. Two Rivers pitching a shutout, 15-0 Warriors. We'll step away briefly here at the Vikings Prep Spotlight, brought to you by TCO.
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Magic in Minneapolis.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome back to TCO Stadium, Fox9.com. Joe Kolar with you here for Vikings Prep Spotlight, sponsored by TCO. 15-0, Two Rivers, after the 1 yard sneak by the quarterback, Drew Altavia. Two Rivers to kick off. They're going to go short, keep it away from the speedy guys in the back. It's scooped up and fallen on. Smart play there. Number 8, Jeremiah Bryant. Good field position here for Harding Humboldt. The Nighthawks looking for a little bit of action. Their best play of the game was called back for an illegal formation. It was a 98-yard fake punt touchdown. Called back because they had too many men on the line of scrimmage. Aljon Douglas went 98 yards before he saw the laundry. And that's really been the only spark. They've had a punt, turnover on downs, and a fumble, have the Nighthawks. They take over here with 57 seconds to go on their own 35. Wing back in motion, pitch right. It's going to be a pass. It's caught and escorted out of bounds. That was number 2, Nate Che. A little trickeration on the pass. Number 10, Neo Che. So they're mixing in Dayton Yahuru, Neo Che in the snap. So Yahuru pitches it to Neo Che, throws it to Nate Che. He's tackled in the open field. Nice play there by number 12, Nate Rohrer. That could have gone for big yards. As it is, a first down nonetheless to their own 47. Late sub as number 7 sneaks onto the field here near side. 1st and 10, wing back in motion. Che gonna fire across the middle. And we do have a flag on the near sideline, and it does look that he did catch, sneaking on Zane Shear for a potential illegal substitution. So they get Zane Sherry for sneaking on. So 10 men broke the huddle, then 11 were on the line. It was an incomplete pass as it was, but we'll back it up. 1st and 15 from the 43. Neoche with Izzy Tao behind him. 2 receivers, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Wing back in motion, that's Douglas. Option right, pitch. Douglas in space, spins out of bounds right at midfield. Gain of 7, brings up 2nd down and 8. Good to see Douglas. Remember, he had that injury midway through the quarter. Play clock rolls, game clock stopped as he was forced out of bounds. They're at the midway stripe, are the Nighthawks. Come to the line, Richard Nelson, wide left. Zane Sherry, slot left. Che in the backfield. Pitch, running left, looking for room, nowhere to go. It's Rizlov on the stop. He gobbles up Nate Che. Ramsey Rizlov had his helmet knocked off, has a touchdown to his name, and a big tackle for loss there. Pushes the Nighthawks back to the 46. You can see what Humboldt Harding's trying to do here, get their playmakers in space, but Rizlov fights off the block, meets the ball carrier in open field and brings him down. Clock rolling now. And that'll do it for the first quarter here. Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO. Two Rivers 15, Harding Humboldt 0. Second quarter coming to you soon on fox9.com.
We've waited for this for quite some time. Vikings football is
That's Harding on training camp, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's still in this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
the greatest comeback. Are you kidding me? Let's go!
The best game I've ever seen.
I remember that. So do I.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Back to TCO Stadium. Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO. The first of 2 games. This is the 5th year the Vikings and TCO have brought high school sports to TCO Stadium. Two Rivers and Harding Humboldt. Class 5A teams battling here. 15-0 second quarter starting. Harding Humboldt going right to left now in the dark uniforms, and a big run there. Nice moves by number 33 on the carry. Abdulaziz on the carry, gets it all the way to the Two Rivers 47. Gain of 7 on the play, brings up 4th down. See what this Nighthawk staff wants to do. We've already seen them. They played their best card early, and boy, was it a good card. But Douglas, 98-yard fake punt brought back due to a penalty. They're going to go for it, though. Neo Che with 2 receivers. Nate Che, Douglas on the inside give. He breaks away from one man, and then he is gobbled up by big Caleb Corey, 6'6", 295, like running into a wall. Turnover on downs. The Two Rivers defense keeps the speedy Nighthawks hemmed in, makes the stop, gives the ball back to the Warrior offense. So it'll be 1st and 10, now going west to east, left to right on your screen for Two Rivers in their gold trousers White tops, red numerals. There's a loss of 1 on that 4th down play, so another turnover on downs. 11:04 to go here, first half. 4th possession. 4-2 Rivers, rolling left, pass intercepted! Nate Che, the junior, snatches it from midair. After the turnover on downs, they'll pick up a yard, first down, Harding Humboldt. Just behind the receiver as Rory Schuler tried to find Mays Carpenter. Neo Che waiting for it. Nate Che, I should say, gobbled it up quickly. A turnover on down, an interception after the turnover on downs. Was the right idea, he just left it behind him, did Schuler. So now Harding Humboldt, 10:58 to go from the Two Rivers 46. Pass coming. Gobbled up again. A couple of the Warrior defenders in there on it. Caleb Corey was there, as was 35 QJ Jones. Nice play there from Jones. See, Corey just takes up so much space. As does Davin Claremont. Loss of 3 on the play. Back to the 49. Second and 13. Fake give. They want the option near side. Nothing doing in the backfield. Disrupting the play, Riley Pierce, the senior. Showing some strong closing speed there. Sheds the block. In fact, came untouched. Did Pierce to gobble up Neo Che. Harding Humboldt going the wrong direction, back into their own territory. Loss of 2. Third down and 15. Defensive instructions coming in from the sideline. Warriors ready, 4 down linemen. High snap, give inside. Rumbling through his towel, he's gonna get all the way down to the 42-yard line of the Warriors. Gain of 9. 4th down and 7. Running in the play, 33. Abdulaziz exiting his towel. Izzy Towel looks like he maybe got a little bit of a Charlie horse there on his right leg. They'll send Nelson wide left. Zane Sherry slot right. Neo Che, the junior. They'll put Douglas, the wingback, in motion. He'll come back to reset. Play clock at 3, 2. There's the snap just in time. They try to give it off, and it looks like, yes, Coach Andre Creighton did get the timeout. He was watching the play clock like I was. So it'll be 4th and 7 here from the Two Rivers 42-yard line when we come back here on Vikings Prep Spotlight, sponsored by TCO.
Vikings football is
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
I'm super excited. Being a Minnesota Viking means the world to me. To be here in Minnesota and in the city of Minneapolis-St. Paul, you know, it's incredible. The fans are great. You know, everywhere we go, it's all smiles and pictures, and it's just incredible to be around these fans and the passion that they have for the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm just excited that I'm a part of it.
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Magic.
Prep Spot by TCO. We're here at TCO Stadium. Timeout here on a big 4th down play for Harding Humboldt. Coach Creighton wanted the Nighthawks to talk about it. Now they come out a little bit of a different look here. 3 receivers, slot left, Douglas in motion right. They're going to fake the pitch. On the move there is Che. Does he want to throw it? They get a flag. Flag's flying all over the place. Big hit there. Brought down short of the line to gain at the 38-yard line, but flags scattered about the field. Max Mogelson dinged up there. Let's see what the penalty is. We've had nearly a baker's dozen of yellow flag moments so far in this first half. It's been a little bit choppy. Both these coaches said they have rather young squads, having to get these mental mistakes cleaned up. Here's the call. So they'll get Rizlov on the face mask. 15-yard penalty on the 4th down and 8 will bring up a 1st down now for the Nighthawks at the 33-yard line of Two Rivers. So the penalty moves it forward. Coming to the line are the Nighthawks, the deep huddle. Dayton Yahuru now in at quarterback. Che in motion, slow snap, option left, and gobbled up, and that'll end the play. Way to be in the backfield there by Cole Altavia. Kind of bottled up that play in the backfield. We've seen some snap issues so far from Harding Humboldt as they try to figure out the timing. They've been alternating quarterbacks. They've got a lot of these motion plays where you got to time the snap with the wing back moving behind the quarterback in the pistol. Not quite sorted out yet in that rhythm, and I think that's thrown off because what they're trying to do, and they've been trying to do it all half, is get their playmakers, Che and Douglas, into space. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 from the 35. Left side powering forward, big tackle on the run there. That's 33, Abdulaziz. Brought down by 32, Mason Krupenning. Got it to the 32. Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down and a long 8. Yahuru in at quarterback. Izzy Tao behind him. Checks in with number 2, Nate Che. They've got Douglas wingback left. Che goes in motion this time. Fake the pitch. Gobbled up. Ball's in the air. It's going to be incomplete. Dayton Yahuru was under pressure immediately. And on the blitz, it looked like number 2, Riley Pierce. Maybe not a blitz from his DN side. This offensive line for the Nighthawks have their hands full with a big D-line for the Warriors. Hearing the Harding Humboldt bench saying punt team, so we'll see what kind of punt comes here. They've got it at the 32 of Two Rivers. This is their farthest incursion into Warrior territory. It's the do-everything star, Aljon Douglas, to punt. Lagerman will pinch up from the return spot. Punt safe here. Flag on the play. There's a delayed move by Douglas, and he's thrown forward until he meets number 7, Max Mogelson, who drills him to the turf. We do have a flag back at the 44-yard line. Could be another procedure or formation foul. Officials are counting to see if there are too many men on the field. It looks like there are. Yes, indeed. I counted 12. Too many men on the field. The penalties declined, so another attempted fake from Douglas goes for naught as he is brought down at the 27-yard line, and another turnover on downs. Of their 5 possessions tonight, Harding Humboldt has had a punt, came after that amazing 4th down 90-yard run was called back. Then a turnover on downs, a fumble, and now back-to-back turnover on downs here in the second quarter. Check that, 13 guys were on the field for Harding Humboldt. So Warriors take over now, 1st and 10 from the 27. Give to Rizlov, trying to follow those big blockers. He's got a cutback lane. He's got more blockers. Ramsey Rizlov to almost midfield. Pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So Two Rivers picks up a big gainer there of 19 yards. This is what's going to happen more and more as this offensive line wears down the Nighthawks. These cutback lanes open up, and Rizlov uses them to his advantage, bounces it to the right, then back to the left, picks up 19, 1st and 10. Looks like we have an injured player for the Nighthawks near side, so we'll let the training staff tend to the Harding Humboldt player in need of attention. We have 6:21 to go, second quarter. Two Rivers 15, Harding Humboldt 0. You've got Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to TCO Stadium. Joe Kolar with you here. Vikings Prep Spotlight brought to you by TCO. Jeremiah Bryant walked off under his own power for Harding Humboldt. 1st and 10 now for the Warriors. Big run up the middle. Number 32 on the carry. Mason Crupenny. Going to get it all the way down to the 42-yard line. Flag on the play again, right at midfield, hiding in the Viking yellow. Holding is the call. Will negate the big run by Crupenny. Marching back to the 40. So 1st and a long 15 now. We saw some youngsters in the crowd. One of the best things about these Vikings Prep Spotlights, brings more people out to see football. We've got some great student sections tonight. Watching a battle here between two 5A teams. 15-0, Two Rivers right now. Crupenny again up the middle. Brought down by Che at the 48. Gain of 8. So Crupenny getting some work right now in there, working with Rory Schuler. Riley Pierce is the pistol back. Two receivers right. Schuler going to move to his right. Under pressure. Fires. Did he stay in and make the catch? He did not. Good attempt there from Adam Suki. But he had 1 foot in, but he looks like he landed with his one hand palming the ball into the turf. Take a look at it here. Thanks to the truck for the great angle. He's got the right foot down, but does he maintain possession? You can see it falling out of his hand right there, and he tried to pick it back off the ground. Official all over it. Good shot there from our truck. Thanks for that replay. 3rd down, 8 yards. Crupenny up the middle, gonna follow the blockers and get the 1st down. Into Nighthawk territory. Gets to the 44. Two Rivers wants to go quick. Just get their 12th man off the field. Schuler gives. Here's Crupenny again. They're leaning on the big boy. Down to a knee. He'll get call it a generous 4 all the way to the 40 on a first down 4-yard run. He'll sub back out. Good work there so far on this drive. Started on their own 46, backed up to their 40 due to a penalty. They've picked up those 20 yards. Second down and a long 5 right now for Two Rivers. At the helm, Rory Schuler, the 6-foot sophomore. Him and fellow sophomore Drew Altavia have been trading duties here. A lot of confusion in the Nighthawk defense. Wide open in the middle of the field. Two Rivers going to give Rizlov a chance. Left side. He's got blockers up the middle. Ramsey Rizlov still loose. Inside the 20, 10, 5. Steps out of bounds around the 2. Great running. Ramsey Rizlov bouncing behind his blockers down to the 2-yard line. Take a look here. We said those cutback lanes were going to open up. He follows them perfectly. Gets all the way down. Two Rivers, though, wants to go fast. There's a lot of confusion right now, and there's the timeout coming from Harding Humboldt as they got to get their substitutions set. I've seen a lot of guys in the black uniforms tapping their caps. They are significantly undersized in terms of roster numbers compared to Two Rivers. Just over 50 guys on their squad compared to nearly 80 on Two Rivers. So hard-fought game and a battle right now. This drive started with 6:30 to go. It's lasted 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It was a heavy dose of Crewpenny powering forward so far. Mason Crewpenny, the junior, 5'10", 185. He's been following those big boys up front. Corey, Garland, Jones, Claremont, and Quiroz for this Two Rivers squad. And they're slowly but surely grinding away at the endurance and stamina of this Harding Humboldt team, who definitely have the speed and have had plenty of opportunities in this game. Both sides really inflicted with the penalty bug in the first half. We'll see what kind of adjustments come out of halftime. We're 4 minutes, 15 seconds away from that. But after the Rizlov run down to the 2-yard line, it's 1st and goal for Two Rivers. Schuler with Rizlov and Pierce in the backfield. Rizlov's got a hole left side, and he is in. Ramsey Rizlov from 2 yards out makes it 21-0 with the extra point pending. Take a look at these big boys on the left side. Powering through, they pull Claremont, they follow Garland and Jones. And it gives plenty of room for Ramsey Rizlov to get his 2nd touchdown of the night. He scored from 19 and now from 2. In for the point, Boykin. Altavia to hold, all kinds of movement up on the line. We'll see if they get encroachment or a false start. Coach Creighton claps his hands in frustration on the sidelines. Here's the signal. We've talked a lot to Andrew Aller, our official. We'll retry the try. Last time this happened, Two Rivers decided to punch it in for 2. That was on their first possession. Here, looks like they're going to give Boykin a chance at another extra point. Snap spot, blocked! Douglas scoops it up. You cannot return the block kick in high school play, so as it is, the point after is no good. And Two Rivers will have a 3-score lead, 21-0, 4:10 to go here in the first half. Something to watch as we kind of get toward halftime is, one, do these teams get more comfortable? Do they become kind of more at ease in what they're trying to do? Because you can see both teams' strategies clear as day. Two Rivers knows they have the size advantage. They're just trying to lean on this kind of skinny Nighthawk defense. They don't have, Harding Humboldt doesn't have the bodies to run in and out, and so they've just been grinding on them. That last drive was quintessential Two Rivers football right now, giving Crewpenny the ball and then finally letting Rizlov, a little bit speedier back, punch it in. For Harding Humboldt and Coach Creighton, the idea makes a lot of sense what they're trying to do, as we see Rizlov here get a pep talk from his coach. He'll bounce it back left. Huge hole. You could drive a truck through it. He's got the speed to get there. That's 74, David Claremont, clearing the way again. 74, 6'3", 300 pounds, going up against much smaller size guys. So leaning on them, their goal. Now, only a 3-score deficit for Harding Humboldt, and they clearly have the speed and the playmakers. Douglas and Che will be back deep. We know Aljon Douglas is kind of their do-everything guy. Coach Creighton looking for a little spark here on the Harding Humboldt sideline. Saw the special teams bring up their upbacks. They want the faster guys to catch it in the back. Again, number 8 will catch it and fall on it, Jeremiah Bryant. The entire coaching staff was trying to get that middle line of receivers to move up toward the front men so that the speedier backs, Che and Douglas, could grab it. As it is, hauled in right there at the 33, and that is where the Harding Humboldt Nighthawks will take over. We'll see who's in at quarterback. They've alternated a couple of them. Dayton Yahuru and Neo Che. Looks like it'll be Neo Che back in as they try to get something going. 4:10 to go from the 33-yard line. Douglas in motion. They've got this swing pass right if they want it. They're going to try down the middle. Picked off. Going the other way, the Warriors. All the way inside the 30 on the interception, number 12. Nate Rohrer steps up and picks it off. They were trying to spring Zane Sherry. Douglas more of a decoy on that play. And an interception gives the ball right back to Two Rivers. Not deep enough and into basically quadruple coverage. Chase pass picked off. And Nate Rohrer brings it back to the 27-yard line. Two Rivers takes over there. Now we see Altavia back in. Rizlov to his right. They're going to throw. They got Loggers all by himself. Overshot, and beg your pardon, that was Suki split right this time. They've tried that Altavia to Suki connection a few times so far. Pass was incomplete. Now another flag, this one at the 10-yard line. We'll see if it goes against Suki or the defensive back, Albert Wellington. They got 31 for it. That would be Moo Win. So the hold slowed things down. It makes sense. So from the 27 all the way up to the 17-yard line on the penalty for the hold. First down for Two Rivers in the red zone again. They lead at 21-0. Mogelson option to the left. They're going to follow his block. Rizlov for a third touchdown. You bet. Powering in. Ramsey Rizlov's got 3 on the night. 27-0 Two Rivers. Power, speed. This Two Rivers backfield has it all. Ramsey Rizlov punches it in from 17 out. Again, follows his blockers, clean edge, all the way out there doing the work. Celebrating with his line mates. Rizlov, too fast, too strong. 4 scores, trying to make it an even 28 here. Boykin kick, and good after the last one was blocked. So the score right now, 28-0. Two Rivers has the lead. We'll take a look here at the replay one more time. Rizlov just following his blockers all the way downfield. Great blocks there. You saw them by Demetrius Casper and by Johnny Lagerman. It's not just at the first level where Two Rivers has been winning the battle here in the first half. Their backs, their receivers downfield are blocking. Rizlov's got 3 TDs on the night as he talks it over with Sean Spence, injured QB. Special teams for Two Rivers, trying to figure out, are we going to kick it deep this time? So far, that strategy has been working as they've kept it away from the speedy Che, the speedier Douglas. The upbacks are trained, I think, on the Nighthawks side to fall on the ball. We've seen one of the things that's been a challenge for Harding Humboldt is their offensive strategy to get their playmakers into space is they've got to be a little liberal with the ball. A lot of pitches, a lot of swing passes, a lot of laterals. We've seen it hit the turf a couple times. So with great reward often comes great risk. And we're seeing that happen now. Kickoff here, they're gonna push the up men all the way up. They'll bring Douglas up 2. He'll wait at the 15. Boykin. He's gonna try to kick it deep over Alshon Douglas's head. It's intercepted there from him by number 25. Douglas not happy with it. Throws his hands up in disgust. Caprice Vanzant took the ball away from Alshon Douglas. Now they're talking it over there on the sideline. And so some confusion, some consternation right now for this Harding Humboldt team. .342 to go first half. Nighthawks will start from their own 22. 78 yards to go, trying to get on the board. Their deepest run was to the 27 of Two Rivers. Again, it's Che. Inside give, and he is gobbled up. There's Max Mogelson, 6'5", 270 in all of him, as the senior drives the running back Tao deep into the ground. They'll give progress right around the original line of scrimmage. Looks like they'll bump him back 1. Let's see Mogelson's power here, number 7. Right there in the middle. Almost like a sled drill till he pushes him into the turf. Loss of 1. No, they'll spot it back actually at the 22. No gain, no loss. 2nd and 10. Clock rolls, 3 minutes to go. I think if you're Harding Humboldt right now, obviously you'd love to put points on the board, but a more probably achievable goal at this point is to keep Two Rivers off the board. So you can't turn it over, got to burn some clock. Just as I say that, the ball's on the ground. But Neo Che, the junior, jumps on it, for he is jumped on there by number 5, Ramsey Rizlov, and 55 also in there making a play. Carter Garland. They're disrupting everything, this Two Rivers defense. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. Two Rivers will take a timeout. With that, we're going to take a quick break here. 2:45 to go first half. 28-0. Two Rivers with the lead over Harding Humboldt. The Vikings Prep Spotlight game brought to you by TCO.
Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome back to TCO Stadium. Joe Kolar with you here. A beautiful venue on a beautiful fall night. Temps falling through the upper 60s. Clear as a bell. Lights illuminating the stadium here. 5th year in a row. A little break in the pandemic there in 2020, but 5th season, I should say, of Vikings Prep Spotlight. There's 2 games this year. This is our opener, Two Rivers and Harding Humboldt. Later on in October, Richfield and Hill Murray will be on this field. As it stands right now, 28-0. Harding Humboldt needs a little magic. Che back, under pressure. Mogelson on the chase. Oh, and a big hit there in open field. Nice tackle, Caleb Corey. Che took all of that on his body. Corey, a big boy, 6'6", 295. We'll keep it here on this timeout. Take a look at some of our drives so far. And as I said, the deepest that Harding Humboldt has been able to get into Two Rivers territory is to the 27. That only happened once. Punt, turnover on downs, fumble, turnover on downs, interception. 2 turnovers, and I'll tell you what, for Harding Humboldt, you got to look at the tape and say they're lucky it's only been 2 turnovers. The ball's been on the turf a lot. Again, that's a symptom of just trying to get the ball in space. Looks like we've got also a note on the sideline. It appears as though, number 1, Douglas is limping off. It could be an injury to a left leg. He's going to go into the halftime break early as the Two Rivers defense breaks the huddle. Still rolling with their ones. Here comes Harding Humboldt without their most electric player. 28-0 here, 2:33 to go. This drive started on their 22. They've gone 3 yards backwards. 4th down and 9. So beg your pardon, they picked up 1 yard. Now they'll punt. Kick is up and away. Johnny Lagerman's going to let it go. It will be down right at the, looks like they'll put it at the 46 for the spot. So with 2:22 to go and a 28-0 lead, we'll see how Two Rivers attacks this. We know they've got that grounded pound running game working, hitting on all cylinders. See if they have enough time or not. Looks like we've got another injured player on Harding Humboldt. These big bodies of Two Rivers taking their toll. So the punt on a 3 and out. Looks like Two Rivers will take over at their own 46. Penalty declined. Do have 2:22 to go. At halftime, we'll take a break. When we get to halftime, we're also going to be able to share a few of the performances slated for halftime today. We've got the Harding Humboldt Palm team. There's going to be a youth flag football game, and then the teams will take the field. So it's been a Two Rivers kind of power show so far. We'll be back in a little bit as we tend to an injured Nighthawk. 28-0. Two Rivers with the lead on Harding Humboldt. You've got Vikings Prep Spotlight, brought to you by TCO.
I think, we have a really good thing going on here, and I'm just excited to be, part of this journey with them.
Smith flinches. Goff, he'll hurl it up. Josh again, and he scored this one. Yes, he did.
That I've been here to, just create that culture, I think has been amazing. That's one of the big reasons why, I wanted to be back and wanted to be a part of this for the long run. I just want to help lead the way, help lead the team. I think it'll be a big part of just who I am as a person, to be a cornerstone for this organization, heading in the right direction.
Injured player there. Welcome back to Vikings Prep Spotlight. The injured player, number 99, Davionte Evans, the 5'10 lineman, walks off under his own power. We're starting to see, as I said, this hard-hitting Two Rivers attack taking its toll. Now we've got some backups in on a young team for Harding Humboldt. Pass left behind the intended receiver, Suki. It's Rory Schuler in there right now. We'll run back over for the play. So incomplete pass as Two Rivers tries to move it from their own 47-yard line. Offensive star of the first half, Ramsey Rizlov, 3 touchdowns. Big tackle there. Into the backfield, that's number 8. Jeremiah Bryant, the senior. 6'4", fighting through those big linemen. 2 minutes to go here. Two Rivers gonna go quick. Let's take a look at Bryant here, fighting off the blocks. That's the energy Harding Humboldt needs if they're going to get back in this game. Now more confusion on the defense, scampering around. Schuler's got to get the play in. They've got time. Looks like he might be checking out of it. Crewpenny to his right. Schuler on the slant. Lagerman bounces off the first hit, driving forward, holding the ball. He's going to get down to about the 38. There's a late flag from the back judge. We'll wait to see what the call is. They get a face mask foul on Harding Humboldt, and that's going to move it forward all the way down. Nice catch there by 10, Lagerman. Face mask takes it to the 39. First down and 10. 93 seconds to go here. First half. Lagerman wide left. Rizlov's out there. Suki to the right. Screen off the back of a helmet. Incomplete. Looked like they had plenty of room there for Krupenny to run, and he had blockers lined up. But Schuler couldn't get it high enough. 1:28 to go. So Two Rivers looking for more. Going to the air here. No timeouts left for the Warriors. One timeout remains for Harding Humboldt. Aljon Douglas, the star for the Nighthawks, left with about 4 minutes to go in the half, walked to the locker room early. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Schuler gives to Krupen. He's going to power forward. He's going to get inside right about the 37-yard line. Third down and 8. Looks like one has come back on. Indeed, Douglas is limping around there. He's out of the right corner spot. So not 100% for the star Aljon Douglas. Timeout coming for Harding Humboldt. You can tell their playmaker does not feel at his best. So decision time now for the coaches of Two Rivers. See Douglas here talking to the official, favoring that left leg. It's going to do everything workhorse, but the question is for Tom Orth and Bruce Carpenter, with just 65 seconds to go in the half, you're up 28-0. You try to really slam the door and get a touchdown, but no timeouts. Got to go 37 yards. Boykin was hitting from about 25 in warmups. If you want to try the field goal attempt, you'd have to get pretty close anyway. So far, the passing game has not been electric for Schuler. Altavilla's had a little better arm so far tonight. As it stands, 3rd and 8. Line to gain is just inside the 30. They'll roll Schuler to the right. Gets it away. It's going to be out of bounds, intended for Rizlov. So after the first down on the face mask, incomplete, a short run and another incomplete brings up 4th down from the 42-yard line. Coach Carpenter talks it over with his quarterback. Right here, a deep ball down the middle as good as a punt, 58 seconds to go. Again, the danger lurking is the speed of this secondary for Harding Humboldt, so incomplete just to kind of make it a dead ball, a better look. Two receivers right, one to the left. Schuler gonna throw, looking right. He's got Lagerman, comes back to the ball. Douglas there on defense, hops up to make the play, still a little slow to get up. Looks like it's that left ankle, but Johnny Lagerman, the intended target, incomplete there on 4th and 8. Harding Humboldt will take over on downs. He had a step, the ball a little bit underthrown, and both players going for the ball. Looked like a bang-bang play. Lagerman wanted a flag. Don't think you're going to get it on that. Nighthawks take over, 1st and 10 from their own 37 with 51 seconds to go. Neoche in the pistol. One receiver right, one to the left. Tao down back. He'll take it up the middle and get absolutely crunched. In on the play there, number 35. Making another play. QJ Jones, the sophomore, getting some playing time here. Again, these linemen for Two Rivers all power. You saw that if you paid attention to their game against Hastings, two rivals for many years. 9-7 the final of that game. Two Rivers can score a lot here. We see if they get a chance to just get that big motor churning with the big boys up front. It's also been a lot to handle for this Harding Humboldt offense. They have not been able to find space for their speedsters. Ball's on the ground again, and it's going to go to, waiting for the signal. End of the half, as it doesn't matter. Looked as though maybe Two Rivers recovered it. It was dropped by number 5, but the clock is at zeros. The players are going to exit the field, and yes, indeed, that will do it for the first half of the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. Your score at intermission, Two Rivers 28, Harding Humboldt nothing. We'll be back with halftime and then the second half here on Fox9.com.
Vikings football is back.
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
It is rocking.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome back to the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. It's halftime here at TCO Stadium. The Two Rivers Warriors with 4 touchdowns on the night. They lead at 28-0 over Harding Humboldt. And now, halftime's entertainment, the Harding Humboldt Pom Squad.
brother. Hey, I got some new gritty for you to see. That gritty. Oh, I need to see that.
Step back, move. Step out, last pretty step. So boom. Jake just come in and score. He hit him. They reverse it. Top five, blue top five, and you bring it. That's what I'm saying. We got some real more moves in it, so if you ain't not agree, got a whole lot of catching up.
the end of practice for gut health. How we doing, guys? Thanks for coming out. We're gonna get a little more variety from Leah on the music today. Oh, Drake challenge, meaning can you go a whole practice and not play Drake? This is my 6th season with the Vikings. I don't know if we've made it a day in 6 years without Drake at a workout or a practice. It's quite an accomplishment.
You know what today is, Mike?
An opportunity, bub.
An opportunity.
Is that the wind or the crooked water bottle?
I don't know. Should be good. I took them all.
I think it's the wind. Every day, you just got to make it to stretch. If you can make it to stretch, you're going to make it another day in this league. Ball handling, 5 minutes. It reminds me of the first Spider-Man when Bonesaw says, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Bonesaw is ready. That was that. Yes. All right, guys, that was not 5 minutes. I think it was shorter than that. Yeah! It's news! Ooh. Oh! There we go, man. Catch your breath, catch your breath, catch your breath. We want the Titans to leave saying, no team in the league is more organized in one-on-one than the Minnesota Vikings. I always try to throw with my upper body, which is nice to have in the bag. It's a good club to have, but when you got these Pistons, why not put them to use? Good job, good job. Good job, guys. Good job, Tris. Way to finish those. Saturday. I'll be 35 on Saturday. We got to keep this thing loose. The rumor is one offense is going, is the rumor. That's the rumor. I'm all about spreading rumors. Mark, that's a big play. That's a big play. Absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love that. Yes!
Coach, you got us.
Let's go, man. Compete. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Compete.
Vikings Prep Spotlight, presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. Joe Kolar with you here at TCO Stadium, the home of the Minnesota Vikings in Eagan, Minnesota. Halftime here between Two Rivers and Harding Humboldt, and it has been all Two Rivers Warriors here through the first half of play. Two Rivers in this North Star district, or in the sub-district with Harding Humboldt, the Twin Cities. 4 touchdowns to Two Rivers. We got highlights here from the first half. Here's the dream that turned into a nightmare for Harding Humboldt as Douglas, Aljon Douglas, on a fake punt in the shadow of his own goal line, races 98 yards. The crowd goes wild. This is the 4th play of the game, and it all was for naught. Dreams turn into nightmares as that play called back. Here, the first of 4 scores for Two Rivers, 3 of them for Rizlov, as Ramsey Rizlov scampers in from 19 yards out. That was on the first play from scrimmage. Altavia on the 1-yard keeper rams it home behind that big offensive line for Two Rivers. 62 yards on that drive. Now back to Rizlov, little jitterbug. Huge hole opened up on the left side. 2-yard dive for the touchdown. That was his 2nd of 3. Here comes the trifecta. This one from 27 yards out. Left side, 17 yards we should say, dives across the pylon, powering through. It's been speed, power, and more power for Two Rivers here in the first half. Their possessions have been dominant, their scoring has been efficient, and they have brought everything they need to the party. That first, as I said, that first touchdown from Ramsey Rizlov, a 1-play, 19-yard touchdown drive. Their next score, Altiva went 62 yards in 7 plays before Altavia punched it home Rizlov's second touchdown, a 7-play, 2-minute, 20-second drive, covered 54 yards, and his third one play from 17 yards out as Rizlov hammered it home. Can't say much about the offense for Harding Humboldt as they have struggled to get the ball moving. Their offensive possessions: punt, turnover on downs, fumble, turnover on downs, interception, punt, time expired. 8 possessions. I think I'm counting just under 5 first downs. So there are the Nighthawks and Coach Andre Creighton. The message had to be all about energy for his squad. He knew they were young. He knew they had sloppy mistakes. Talking to him before the game, he said this team excites him, but they are young and they need to improve on the mental side of football and learn to play together. One thing he pointed out is they have a ton of individual talent scattered throughout their roster, but they have to be able to play as a team. Thinks the future of his program is bright. We'll see if they can turn something around here in the second half. On the other side of the ball, Two Rivers, speaking to their coaching staff after their halftime break, the message was pretty simple. The Warriors got to come out and play a second half. Sounds like they coasted in their first game, which was a W, but they got to finish, do the little things right. It's not an opportunity here in the next half to let off, but a chance to correct the little things, get some reps in. I'd imagine we might see a few of the backups get some plays, give the ones some rest, let the twos have a chance here under the bright lights at TCO Stadium. What's interesting is for Two Rivers, their regular seasons have been nothing short of awful in recent years. The last 5 regular seasons, they have a combined record of 3-36. With a win tonight, they'll be 2/3 of the way to equaling that in just 1 year. Playoffs in the 4 years prior, they've gone 0-4 before going 2-1 in last year's playoffs. So there is momentum behind this Warriors program, and they're building something special now, which Coach Orth being joined by Coach Carpenter. On the other side for Harding Humboldt, kind of a humbling half. Again, an injury, we think. We didn't get confirmation on the specifics, but we've seen a limp out of Douglas. Aljon Douglas trying his best to bring his team forward. And again, when we opened at the top, we talked about how last year's dream trying to become a reality again for this Harding Humboldt team. 7-1 regular season, an unfortunate ending to their season due to an altercation that suspended their season finale against St. Paul Johnson, had them miss the playoffs. 19 seniors exit the program, so this co-op has to kind of rebuild while they're still newly building. Tonight, a lot of lessons to be had. We're seeing the big bodies of Two Rivers cause trouble for all of these Harding Humboldt players. And the penalties really on both sides of the ball have been something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Two Rivers did win the toss. They deferred, so we expect them to receive. Teams wrapping up those big bodies. I think the other thing we got to take an eye on, if you're Two Rivers, I'd love to know what their coaches want to do with the passing game. That really hasn't been here tonight. They've taken a couple shots with Suki, with Lagerman, I should say, but Altavia seems to have the arm. The timing's just not been there. Passes coming up short. So Coach Carpenter and Coach Orth have to get their squad pumped up and ready to go. It's a 4-touchdown lead, but as we saw on the opening highlight when we came back from our halftime break, Harding Humboldt has the speed, they have the excitement, they're dynamic in space. Douglas's 98-yard fake punt showed you all of that. So they can score in a hurry. The question is, can Harding Humboldt clean it up a little bit on the mental side, avoid the drive-killing penalties, give themselves a chance to get back in this game? About ready to go here. There's Coach Creighton pumping up his squad and looking at film and looking at tape. I think they got to think on the offensive side of the ball, how do we get our speedy playmakers away from the big bodies in the middle? I've seen the Two Rivers defensive line, Mogelson, Corey, Pierce, QJ Jones off the bench. They have just been landing on some of these Harding Humboldt players, and the pain, you could see it, and the injuries were kind of mounting as we get ready for the second half here. Two Rivers will receive. They will work left to right. That's west to east here at TCO Stadium. gold trousers, white stockings, white tops with red numerals, gold helmets for the Warriors. Harding Humboldt, the Nighthawks, to kick off. A little bit scattered here on special teams to get the half going. They're getting ready to kick. Zane Sherry will boot it away. The Nighthawks, white trousers, black uniforms, red trim on the shoulders, white numerals, and the red hats. Sherry to kick it deep. Johnny Lagerman stands at his 7 as we get ready to go second half here. Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. You've got it on fox9.com. Referee shooing away the special teams coach for Harding Humboldt off the sideline. He'll get it set. We've talked a lot to our head official, the referee, Andrew Aller. Hopefully a cleaner half awaits as we get ready to kick it off, just short of the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Short kick from Sherry. On the ground, live ball. Smart play there. Diving on it is number 3, Adam Suki. He was Johnny on the spot, saving an unnecessary turnover. I don't think that Harding Humboldt player nearest him knew that that ball was super live. He could have jumped on it. He did not. As it stands, Two Rivers takes over. First down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Altavia now gives inside, on the move, up the middle, grinding already back to what we expected we would see. That's Riley Pierce getting in on the action. Going to be a gain of 11. First down on the first carry, out to the 49-yard line. So if the first play is any indication, the big boys up front for Two Rivers are rested and ready for this second half. The sophomore Altavia, the quarterback. Pierce to his right. Riley Pierce up the middle, follows his fullback blocker and powers forward. Gonna give him about 4. Moves it out to the 47-yard line into Harding Humboldt territory. Fullback in there right now is Demetrius Casper, the senior. Would expect to see Two Rivers take some time in the huddle. They'll send Lagerman out left. Suki split wide right. Casper, hand down fullback. Pierce next to Altavia. He'll keep. Screen. There's Casper. Driving forward, does he get up? We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they got it at the 42. Demetrius Casper on the fullback screen, just shy of the line to gain. Third down and short here for Two Rivers. They'll go quickly, no huddle. Suki left, Lagerman right. Casper the fullback. Altavia faces a stacked line. They're gonna give it right there. Driving forward is gonna be Riley Pierce. He's got enough for another Two Rivers first down to the 38-yard line. Four straight running plays for Two Rivers. 11 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, and another 4. The average is high as Pierce exits. Altavia brings the Warriors out of the huddle. Back in is Rizlov. They'll split him out in the slot left. Suki, bottom of your screen right. Lagerman at the top. Krupany to the left of Altavia. There's Krupany. Big hole left side. On the move. Brought down just near the first down marker. Nice tackle there. Looked like that was 32 on the stop. Johnny Liu. Look at this hole for Krupany left side. They pull around big 74, Davian Claremont, and he clears the way. First down at the 27-yard line. Altavia to pass. Wants it over the middle. Got a man, just missed him. Suki ranges out for it, can't haul it in. Led him just a little too far. That's what we said at the break. Is Two Rivers going to take a couple shots, see if they can get their sophomore quarterback clicking through the air right there just to beat off. Good effort by Suki here. Just off the fingertips. A very strong effort. The senior, Adam Suki, 5'11", needed to be 6'1½". Second down and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mason Krupany next to Altavia. Krupany takes the ball, has a block, sheds one, gets pushed from behind, knocks him forward. See where the spot is, right on the 20-yard line. Third down and a very long 2. Jeremiah Bryant subs out for this Nighthawk defense. Already Two Rivers enforcing their will here. Mason Krupany next to Drew Altavia. He wants to throw again. Left side up top. Did he hang on? He did! What a catch! Adam Suki. They find the senior in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Two Rivers. In double coverage. Tried him over the middle, it didn't work. They went to the pylon. Fighting through hands, catches it right in the belly and holds on to the ground. The senior Adam Suki, the 5th touchdown for Two Rivers tonight. 20 yards. Altavia to Suki. Boykin now in to attempt the extra point. He was 2 for 3 in the first half. Spot kick, good. So right out of the halftime break, Two Rivers comes out for an 8-play, 62-yard drive. They throw it twice. The first they try to get Suki over the middle for the touchdown, just overshoot him. Then they find him at the pylon. Great protection as always. Altavia hoists it up. Not quite back shoulder, but right where it needed to be. Right between the defensive players, Alex Vang and Wellington, the safety, tried to come over the top to knock it away. He was a beat too late, and through the contact and the traffic, Suki hauls it in for the touchdown. Their first, Two Rivers' first touchdown through the air tonight. From 20 yards, Altavia to Suki. Ground and pound, ate up 3 minutes, 36 seconds, and as I said, went 62 yards in 8 plays for the score. Now out for the return team, Harding Humboldt. We do see number 1, Aljon Douglas back there on the right. He had a little miscommunication in the pass. They go kind of low squib. It's going to get all the way through. We'll see if Douglas tries to do something special. He can't, as the ball skips through into the end zone. And it will be first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line for the first possession Harding Humboldt has this second half. 8:24 to go here, third quarter, starting from their own 20. 8 drives for Harding Humboldt in the first half. 2 turnovers, 5 turnovers on downs, 4 turnovers on downs, I should say, 1 punt and time expiring. So trying to change the narrative of the stats. We'll see what this big defensive front does. Neo Che with Tao behind him. Douglas, the near side wingback. He's going to have to block. They're going to get Che out in space. He runs right into Rizlov. 2 flags fly on Harding Humboldt's first play of the second half. And after his intermission, back to Andrew Aller, our official, the referee of tonight's crew. They got Jaden Rollins, 77, on the hold. That'll back him up 10 yards to the 10. Not the start you wanted to see if you were Coach Andre Creighton here for Harding Humboldt. In motion, they give inside. No, it's a keep on the option. This is Che in space, spinning through. Gobbled up by the entire left side of the Two Rivers defense, but he does get it back out toward. The spot is at the 18. So a gain of 8. Trying to get back in front of the chains. Second and 12. Caprice Vincent brings the play in. Douglas out to the sideline. Nelson split wide left. Sherry wide to the right. Che, high snap, that's been an issue, and nowhere to go in the middle. Those interior linemen, Corey, Mogelson, Pierce, driving back the Nighthawks running back. Nice play there also by 44. Jabari LaFleur. It's their junior middle linebacker, LaFleur, coming up there from the second level to make the hit. One of the newcomers to watch, according to the coaching staff there at Two Rivers. Gain of 1 on the play. Third play, 3rd and 11. Che's got a pass. Nowhere to go. Gobbled up, and they're just coming from everywhere. Held on to and brought back. Nice tackle there on the play by number 35, making the hit, Hugh J. Jones. He's done very well for this Two Rivers defense off the bench tonight. Loss of 3 on the play, back to the 16. 4th and 14. Sherry on to punt. This is not their fake formation. Substitution issues right now. Play clock's at 7, 6, 5. They've reset it. So Harding Humboldt trying to get lined up here. Moo Win, the long snapper. Sherry waits for the ball. Snap on the hands. Kick is up. He does get it away. Fair catch from Lagerman made right there at the 43-yard line. That is where Two Rivers will take over after another empty possession, 3 and out for Harding Humboldt. .533 to go here, 3rd quarter. Two Rivers will take over in Nighthawk territory yet again. They'll bring back Altavia to run the offense. Suki wide right. Lagerman up top to the left. Hand down is Casper. They're going to give Pierce. Riley Pierce bottled up. Nice tackle there. Jeremiah Bryant, 6'4" senior. Forces it all the way back to the 48-yard line. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Two Rivers behind the chains. Clock rolling, about 5 minutes to go here. See Bryant, he's done this twice. Get inside there. Try to split these big fellas up. Two Rivers Warriors trying to play a complete half here. Got a tough Class 5A section in Section 6. Gonna like what they see here. Early jump from Harding Humboldt. Pass is just behind Suki. Altavia and Suki can't get on the same page. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now. 48-yard line. Coach Carpenter talks to his quarterback. Barks in the play. Good to see number 99 back out there. Daviante Evans. He left earlier in the half with an injury. It's the nose tackle in this 3-4 scheme Coach Creighton likes to run. Still some confusion now. Altavia to pass. He's got him across the middle. Hanging on to it is number 82, Mays Carpenter. Looks like he is in a world of hurt though right now. We're going to have to step away here at Vikings Prep Spotlight as Mays Carpenter is going to get tended to. We'll be back shortly next on Fox9.com.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Welcome back. Mays Carpenter off under his own power on the crossing route. Takes guts to go across the middle. Makes the catch, but he is absolutely drilled by Albert Wellington. Carpenter, though, held on to the pass. Got the ball back to about the 40-yard line. So it's a gain of 8. 4th down, Two Rivers to go for it. Suki makes the catch for the first down. Inside the 30, down to the 26. And Altavia and Suki hook up on that little crossing route they've been going for all night. Now spotted at the 30, nope, beg your pardon, the 28. First down on a 4th down play. 5th play of the drive coming up. Drew Altavia, the 5'8" sophomore, showing his promise as the future signal caller. Maybe a long-term solution at quarterback here. Lagerman, wide right by himself. Flag comes in. Looks like they might have a false start here on Two Rivers. We'll wait for the call. It is a false start on the wide receiver Suki after the catch, so that'll back him back up. To the 33-yard line on the false start. 3:37 to go here, 3rd quarter. Harding Humboldt Nighthawks set their defense. 3 down linemen, 7 men in the box. Altavia wants it all right side to Lagerman on Douglas, caught! Touchdown, Two Rivers! What a throw, and there's the flag. Might have been some extracurriculars. Take nothing away from Johnny Lagerman, and what a throw from Drew Altavia as Two Rivers takes to the air. A frustrated number 8 Jeremiah Bryant comes off the field. We'll see what the flag is. It's almost certainly after the play. A 33-yard bomb. Altavia hits Lagerman. Great catch. He's a little ginger to get up, but what a catch. And he went against Douglas there. Aljon Douglas, the speedy defensive back, do everything man for the Nighthawks. Here's a call. Here's a replay on that throw. Again, tons of time for Altavia. He wants it all down the right side. Rears up. Lagerman has to wait for it maybe half a beat, but that's a great throw and a great catch. Johnny Lagerman, the sophomore, so that's a connection we might see for a couple years for Two Rivers. The extra point by Boykin. Up and through. Altavia now has 2 touchdown passes this half. One to Suki for 20 yards. That one from 33 to Lagerman. 42-0. Two Rivers pouring it on here, second half. Again, the protection's been there all night. Lagerman had to do a lot on the route to beat Douglas. I think Douglas was cheating ahead, which I think any defensive back would, because Altavia has been underthrowing that ball almost every time they've tried it. He underthrew the pass earlier to Suki, who had to adjust in traffic to make the catch. Right there, Johnny Lagerman in stride with the touchdown. Rizlov talking right there. Lagerman on the bench, celebrating their touchdowns. 2 through the air after 4 on the ground. The unsportsmanlike penalty after the play, that was on number 8 for Harding Humboldt, Jeremiah Bryant, the senior. That means Two Rivers will kick off from the Harding Humboldt 45. See if Boykin tries to push this one all the way into the end zone or pooch it high. Instruction still coming in from the sidelines here. Here's the kick. Boykin booms it. It's going to stop dead there. That's a live ball picked up by Che. He's going to go. Now he's got a little room left side. Wouldn't this be something? On the move. Jitterbug shake, a big 38-yard return out to the 40 by number 2, Nate Che. The junior makes something out of nothing and a bright spot on special teams again. This ball almost had the backspin of a sand wedge, stops at the 3. Che knows he has to pick it up, goes right side, breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles, makes a guy miss, shows the speed, hustling all the way back there on special teams though. Great play by 34. George Fredericks, the sophomore, staying with the play because if he wasn't there, Che was gone. So after the exciting return, first down from the 40, 3:17 to go, third quarter. Inside to Tao, and he is just boomed. Runs right into a wall, standing up there for Two Rivers. That's number 74. Made the stop, and now we've got multiple injuries on the field. Looks like we're going to have to take a break here as everyone gets tended to. 42-0. Two Rivers has a lead at Vikings Prep Spotlight, presented by TCO. We'll be back after this.
I'm super excited. Being a Minnesota Viking means the world to me. To be here in Minnesota and in this city of Minneapolis and St. Paul, you know, it's incredible. The fans are great. You know, everywhere we go, it's all smiles and pictures, and it's just incredible to be around these fans and the passion that they have for the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm just excited that I'm a part of it.
Welcome back to the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Banged up on the play there, number 50, Armando Avalos, the sophomore, walking off under his own power. Again, these players have been grinding all night, getting some of the backups some looks now. Clock rolls under 3 minutes here. Second down and 10. Ball's on the turf again. Hopping on it though, the quarterback, Neo Che. Ball has been on the turf a lot. Again, they're trying to go quick, move their playmakers around. It's a loss of 2 back to the 38, brings up third down and 12. It was 3 and out the first drive of the half for Harding Humboldt. Now Douglas comes back in. Timeout though coming, looks like, as Harding Humboldt does take a timeout. They're going to talk it over. So what do we see as we come to the second half? We see that this Two Rivers offense wants to work on a couple things. We've seen them through the air, their first drive. 8 plays, took 3 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. Altavia found Suki from 20 yards out. Well, great catch in traffic by Suki. Didn't have much of a chance with 2 guys on him, but he made the play. The senior Adam Suki did. Then on their next drive, Two Rivers tries it once across the middle, doesn't get it, but then on the 5th play of the drive, Drew Altavia launched it deep to Johnny Lagerman, who beat Aljon Douglas in coverage for the right side. Scored the touchdown. That was from 33 yards out. So strikes from 20 and 33 for Altavia here in the second half. 42-0. Two Rivers with the lead. A little spark on that kick return as Nate Che picked up seemingly was a live ball at the 2, ran it back to the 40, but going backwards now are the Nighthawks from Harding Humboldt. Douglas on the move. They'll flip it to him to get him in space, trying to hold the edge. He wants to jump pass. He does, and he overshot his man, trying to find Nate Che, who had a couple steps on the nearest defender. What an athletic play there by Aljon Douglas. But just overshot Che. Nothing else has been working, so trickeration, the order of the day here in the third quarter. Punt team is on now. They go backwards 2 yards on this drive. Their previous drive, they picked up 6. So 4 yards of total offense for the Harding Humboldt Nighthawks in the second half. 2:11 to go, third quarter. Punt again. Straight up in the air. Get away, get away, get away, says Two Rivers. That ball is going to trickle just to the 46. An 8-yard punt gives Two Rivers possession again in Nighthawk territory. 2:02 to go here. Third quarter from TCO Stadium. 2:02 third quarter. From the Nighthawk 46. Now they'll bring out 15 to run the offense, Rory Schuler. We'll see a lot of numbers we haven't seen yet, starting with number 46, splitting out wide to the right, Gavin Christofferson. Schuler hands it off, way up the middle, huge hole, rumbling forward, on the move, Mason Krupenny to the 20, and he's escorted out of bounds, and Douglas throws him down and gets a flag late. Just unnecessary, and that is actually going to be his second, which could result in a disqualification. We'll see what the referees say. If it's unsportsmanlike or just a late hit out of bounds. I don't know the classifications exactly on the impact of that, but he does already have one. Referees are talking it over. The resulting penalty of a second infraction of that nature. Douglas's helmet is off, so might see the last of the dynamic Douglas in tonight's Vikings Prep Spotlight. As it was, Mason Krupenny ran through the middle, got it all the way down to the 20. So it's a first down. There is no disqualification announced. You see Krupenny here trying to get to the sideline. Douglas makes the tackle. Then he's the extra pulling down 5 yards out of bounds. But Krupenny, though, grabbing the face mask. As it stands, the penalty is being enforced up here to the 13-yard line. Officials are talking it over again. Coach Creighton out on the field looking for a little bit of an explanation. has not been the cleanest of games for either team, and now you get late into the second half, 42-0. You anticipate there to be some tired bodies out there, some tired minds, some frustrated players, and we'll have to see how these teams can kind of keep everything in check. It was a conversation with the officials and Coach Creighton, but Douglas right now still on the sidelines, though helmet off. To the line now, Two Rivers. Schuler, Krupany to his right, Casper to his left. Krupany follows Casper up the middle. Tackled there down at the 9-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 here upcoming for Two Rivers. Clock ticks, 1:40 to go, third quarter. Tackle there, number 5. Dominic Hardy, only the second time we've been able to call Hardy's name tonight. The senior does play both ways. A lot of these Nighthawk players do. That's why you see him down on a knee by the line. Running out of gas here. 75 seconds to go, third quarter. Schuler, give. Krupany falling forward. He's going to get the 5. That's where they'll spot it. Another body down. This is one we've already seen hurt before. I think that's 99, Deviante Evans, I should say, beg your pardon. Taps his feet. So we'll keep it here. Bottom line, this Two Rivers offensive line just so big across the front. Caleb Corey, number 78, 295, and as they tend to, Evans on the field. We will step away. 42-0, 1 minute to go here. Third quarter, Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO. We'll be right back.
We've waited for this for quite some time. Vikings football is back.
Hey, that's Harding on gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Everybody's so amped for this game.
This crowd and this atmosphere.
Magic in Minneapolis.
The greatest comeback. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
The best game I've ever seen.
I remember that.
So do I.
Welcome back to the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. Joe Kolar with you here, Fox9.com. Two Rivers on the doorstep, third and short. They can get a first down. They don't need it. Mason Krupany powers in right side. He had a convoy. It was a waltz into the end zone. Krupany from 3 yards out for the touchdown. Just too much power up front, clearing the way. Nearest defender is 5 yards deep in the end zone. Demetrius Casper was the fullback looking for somebody to block. He got to the goal line untouched, and Krupany followed him all the way. The touchdown on the ground, the first of the half on the ground, the fourth on the night for Two Rivers. That drive covers 54 yards in 5 plays, all on the ground. Boykin is up and good. So Krupany goes in from 3 yards out for the touchdown. Again, this is the story we've seen all night. Good kick block there, and there's nobody. I mean, they're driving them back 68 and 77 together. That's Quiroz and Jones combining to push their defensive line assignment all the way to under the goalpost. An absolute display of power and force by the Two Rivers Warriors offensive line. There's the 2 quarterbacks from Two Rivers. Altavia's had a couple through the air. Nice drive there, orchestrated by Schuler. At this point, it is pretty academic for Two Rivers. Turn around, hand the ball off, run forward. Try not to stop. Back deep right now, looking for a spark. Aljon Douglas and number 2, Nate Che, Boykin to kick it off. 50 seconds to go here, third quarter. Che, left side from the 20. Tries to get somewhere. They got the extra defensive player that would be the sideline, forces him out of bounds. One way to corral speed is to force it into a corner. As it was, though, a return of 16 yards. Look at the spot. Let's call it 17 if they give him the 37. And they do. So with 45 seconds to go here, third quarter, Harding Humboldt, the Nighthawks, looking for some kind of offense. 2 3-and-outs this quarter. They've attempted 1 pass. There's 6 non-punting downs. It's going to be Neo Che, the junior. This wingback formation. Nate Che in motion. Tao up the middle. They try to surprise him. Nothing doing. They're just trying to move the ball forward, try to keep him honest. Up to the 40. Gain of 3. Tao cramping now. Slow to get up. 28 seconds ticking down. 30 on the play clock. There's a 2-second difference, so the quarter can expire before a play must be run. Harding Humboldt's third possession of the half. They've gone for 6 yards and lost 2 on their previous 2 drives, and they are going to pack it in for the quarter and switch sides with 12 minutes to go here. Vikings Prep Spotlight. It's Two Rivers 49. Harding Humboldt, the Nighthawks 0. 12 minutes to go. We'll be back with the fourth quarter next on Fox9.com.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Hey, that's all they got gritty cam, bro. Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Magic in Minneapolis.
Welcome back to the Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO. Fourth quarter underway. They're going to get Douglas in space finally. And the dynamic Douglas is loose on the right sideline. His ankle's bothering him and he is almost run down, but he hops forward. He's in for the touchdown. Basically on one leg, and there is a flag in the backfield at the 35-yard line. Aljon Douglas is going to have another touchdown taken off the board. They're going to get number 24 for a block in the back, Keith Brown. See if we pick it up here on the replay. They swing it out right there, shoved him right down, caught number 38, Charles Reichlicki, and still Douglas with one leg manages to sprint 60 yards, but they will move it all the way back. Douglas hobbling back to the huddle. Not sure the exact nature of the injury. 49-0 right now. 11:47 to go. Clock rolls. That'll back him up all the way to the 30-yard line. They send Sherry wide right. One receiver left. Che, again, they're going to get Douglas. They're probably going to want him on the pass. That ball's on the deck. Live ball. Douglas still on his feet. Oh, my goodness. Now the ball's out again, and Two Rivers is on it. See if they call him down. Waiting for the spot. They do look like they've got him down. They've called him down. Douglas, though, slow to get up. Young man is in pain. He has been working hard. That was another one of those kind of lateral swing passes. They've been trying them all night, but the inability to hold on to the ball, passes off the mark, have left them open for trouble. Coach Andre Creighton wanted a face mask. Working the official right now, not going to get it. Now Douglas grabbing the back of his right leg. It's been his left ankle. Every part of the young man's been hurt tonight as he tries to hustle off the field. Helped off by the athletic training staff. So on the fumble, that was he was ruled down before he had the fumble, but he'd have to pick up the lateral fumble. Ball goes back to the 22. So the block in the back penalty erases the 60-yard touchdown. Then a backwards pass goes back to the 22. The line, the gain is the 47. It's 2nd and 25. Che, snap, gonna keep. Left side does have a hole. On the move, Neo Che wants to cut it back. Green turf in front of him, and a great open field tackle for Two Rivers. Number 46, Gavin Christopherson, again staying with the play. Neo Che had a huge hole, but it is the first down of the half for Harding Humboldt. He switches the ball to the outside hand. Number 46, Christopherson, though, just drills him and hangs on. Nice tackle, but it's out to the 49, and as I said, first down of the half for Harding Humboldt. Took over with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. This drive now pushing toward 2.5 minutes. They've netted 12 yards here. Inside give, powering forward. I think that was 32 on the carry. 33, that's Abdulaziz. Again, we call his name. He's kind of been the bigger back there, him and Tao. Otherwise, they've tried to get Che and Douglas out in space. Play being run in now to the huddle by number 9, Izzy Tao. Under 10 minutes to go here. Two receivers, one to the left, one to the right. Che in the gun. In trouble, avoids a sack. Now tries to run it. Yes, he does. Dancing through until he is tackled there right at the 44. Gain of 7. Third down, 3 yards to go here. Neo Che, the junior, doing some heavy lifting here. 49-0, Two Rivers. Coach Tom Orth got to be really happy with his squad, getting some looks for his younger guys too. Harding Humboldt has yet to try just a true drop back pass. They've had a couple swing pass, halfback passes, but this offense not really built for the long bomb. Che's gonna run right, wants a block, trips over his own man. Great play out there by 38, Charlie Relicki, to fight off the block and threw his blocker straight into Che on the run. Bring up 4th and 2. Line to gain, 41. That was a gain of 1 on that play. Little confusion from newer players in, hustling off number 20, Aaron Lindgren, for Two Rivers. 4 down linemen, defensive linemen for the Warriors. Pitch left. This is Nate Che. He's going to have a first down. Gets it out to the 36-yard line. And now we've got a flag. It looks like some extracurriculars there as number 73, Braden Keynes-Murphy, maybe took an extra shot there at Neo Che. And this is usually why they let the clock run when the score is this wide apart. The referees are talking about it. So again, another conference of the men in stripes to tell us what happened. Again, games like these do get extra chippy, especially in the closing moments. 7:32 left here. It was a first down run, so it got to the 35. We'll see what the penalty is, if it goes on both teams or just one team. Here's the call. So the play's offset. Braden Kearns-Murphy from Two Rivers, the sophomore, hit with the penalty, as is the quarterback, Neo Che. They'll send Dayton Yahuru back out there to be quarterback. A little bit of a huddle here on the Harding Humboldt sideline. Che also getting talked to directly by a coach. 7:21 to go. Nate Che in motion. Ball's on the ground. Yahuru gobbled up and tackled, brought down in the backfield by number 63, Eric Kellogg, the senior. Makes the stop. After the loose snap, we've seen plenty of those issues. So it was a first down. They lose yards there, back to the 38-yard line. This is the 7th, bringing up the 8th play of the drive, which would mark the longest drive of Harding Humboldt's night. So the Nighthawks controlling the ball here, still trying to scratch the scoreboard. No doubt any young man on that sideline be excited to score here at TCO Stadium. Che back in, gives inside, now it's Tao. Met there, looks like number 36 on the tackle, Jaden Yang Crosby. Sophomore, some of the younger guys getting a tackle, number 38 also in there, Charles Relicki. Third down, 9 yards to go. They're at the 34-yard line. Che pistol, one back behind him. See if we're gonna see a pass here. Fakes the inside give, gets outside. Gonna just trot to the sideline, get the first down, go out of bounds inside the 20. He'll get to the 24-yard line. First down for the Nighthawks. Now the clock rolling. Inside 5.5 minutes to play. A lot of subs out there for Two Rivers in their defense. Still some of the ones in for the Nighthawks. They'll split Sherry wide right, Wellington wide to the left. Fake toss. Che on the rollout, fires, caught. This is Nate Che to the goal line. He does not get in, but he came very close. He steps out of bounds at the 1. Oh boy. Nate Che can't put it in, but he does get a first and goal as this 10-play drive continues. Started with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's take a look at how close he got. Neo Che, a throw on the money. Driving down to the goal line, tries to keep his feet, and he does step out right at the 2. So from the goal line now, power formation for the Nighthawks. Give inside. Tao tries to get in, and he is stopped short based on the spot. 3 first downs this half. Nighthawks are at the 1. 4 minutes to go. On the doorstep. Their big back, number 9, Izzy Tao, the senior, hurt, going to come out. He's taking a beating tonight. Number 33, Abdulaziz, behind Che. Neo Che waits for the short snap, tries to give it to Abdulaziz. He stood up. Did he dive forward? Looks like he lost 6 inches. They'll move them back to the true 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. Conversation there between Abdulaziz and the lineman, 77, Jaden Rollins, the center. The foul you're blocking. They're right in the center of the field are the Nighthawks. Can they punch it across? Late sub coming on for Two Rivers. They plug the line of scrimmage. Again, this power formation. Abdulaziz, Che on the keep, wants to pass. Caught! Touchdown! Nate Che! Two Rivers gives up a touchdown as Harding Humboldt gets on the board. No shutout tonight. The Nighthawks can hold their heads high. Fakes the inside give. Neo Che lobs it high, untouched. Nate Che, the captain, makes the touchdown here at TCO Stadium. So now we'll see for the first time Harding Humboldt's kick team. Looks like we're gonna go with a trick play, maybe a swinging gate here. Abdulaziz lines up almost in a wide wildcat formation here. Side toss, ball's on the turf. It's not a bad idea, and it scores. Nate Che walks it in as the center does the side snap. Che does not handle it cleanly, but it's 49-8. So here's the play fake. You can see Two Rivers jamming the middle, and the lob there is assignments blown. But these are, again, the Bees. Charlie Relicki, the junior, doesn't play as a starter, but tried to crash in there, left Che wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. And then a little trickeration, maybe trying some things out there. Coach Creighton is, as he goes with the swinging gate. Looks like Abdulaziz is going to receive the wildcat snap. The center flicks it to the right, and Che waltzes in for the two-point conversion. So we'll see if they go here with an onside kick or anything with 2:52 to go here in the game. Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by TCO. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Again, there's another one of these games coming up. That's in October. Richfield and Hill Murray. Hill Murray pounded St. Anthony Village last night on homecoming night for the Pioneers. Richfield and Hill Murray will play on Friday the 13th in October. Spooky season at TCO Stadium for the second and final Vikings Prep Spotlight game of 2023. But still 2:52 to go here. Two Rivers 49, St. Paul, Harding Humboldt 8 as they get on the board with 2:52 to go. Looks like we're going to try the onside kick. A lot of special teams confusion here. They do try the onside kick. It's right to number 60 who falls on it. Nice catch there by Henry Peterson. The sophomore makes the play here at TCO Stadium. Hands team there. for Two Rivers. See what squad they trot out here for offense. Coach Carpenter talking about it. Looks like we're going to see number 18 come into the game as quarterback. Fisher, the Layden, the senior, getting a look here at TCO Stadium. Into the huddle, 2:49 to go, 49-8. In the gun, inside give, right side with room, rolling, rumbling, spinning, and finally tackled. That's number 28, Jaden Kinzel Arendond. Takes it all the way down to the 40. Look at this hole, even with the second string offensive line, just following his blockers, powering forward, all the way forward for the first down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 now. 2:10 and counting on the clock. Two Rivers very happy with their time here at TCO Stadium. Ball's on the ground, but rescued. Harding Humboldt will take a timeout here with 1:51 to go. First loose snap of the night we've seen from Two Rivers. So their 4th drive of the half for the Warriors. They've scored on their first 3. The first, an 8-play drive capped off by Altavia to Suki for 20 yards. The second, 6-play drive. Altavia found Lagerman down the right sideline for a touchdown, 33 yards, and then Krupany pounded it in on the 5th play of a 46-yard drive from 3 yards out for those 3 touchdowns. 28-0 at half. It's 49-8 right now after Neo Che found Nate Che. Give right side. They try to give number 27 a look. That's Matthew Shapaniak. Third and final timeout of the half for Harding Humboldt here. That run lost yards back to the 47-yard line. So 3rd down, 18 yards to go. Line to gain is the 29. The senior 3rd string quarterback, number 18, Fisher Deladian. 5'10", 165. In the pistol, 3rd and long here. 1:40 to go. Harding Humboldt out of timeouts. Give up the middle. Pounding forward there. Number 27 again. Shapaniak. Matthew Shapaniak, the senior. So some seniors getting a little bit of action here. 4th down. 1:20 to go. 30 seconds on the play clock. Two Rivers will let it tick for a long while, I think. Overall, this game, when we came into it, we said it could be a dream or a nightmare as these teams try to turn around their program's directions following some exciting momentum last season. For Harding Humboldt, it's back to the drawing board as they've run into a very strong, powerful squad in Two Rivers. For Two Rivers, a lot of bright spots. Shapaniak puts the ball on the deck. It's 4th down. He grabs it. So it's right at the line of scrimmage. Might as well, you know, nothing else you can do about that. Wasn't a punt, but Harding Humboldt will get one more crack on offense. So a turnover on downs for Two Rivers. And Harding Humboldt gets their 4th and final possession of the night from the 47-yard line. As I was saying, though, the nightmare for Harding Humboldt is they went from 7-1 last year, 0-3 now. People know about this co-op. The Nighthawks are on the radar. They've got some work to do after sending those 19 seniors off through graduation. For Two Rivers, the contributions from all classes, very clear. They've got some sophomore receivers, a sophomore QB, a big, mean defensive line, and the future is bright. Under pressure, Che rolls right, tries to keep himself from behind the line. Completed. Neo to Nate, big gainer there. Clock rolling, 30 seconds. Harding Humboldt might try for one more crack at the end zone. Ball goes down to the 37-yard line. (16-yard completion. Che to Che. 17 seconds to go in the game. Out wide right is Nelson. Hasn't seen a ball come his way yet tonight. Tao back in the game behind him. 6, 5. Last play of the game, got to get him down to the end zone. Che will whip it down there, and it is going to fall incomplete as the clock expires on the Vikings Prep Spotlight. It was all Two Rivers as the Warriors rout the Nighthawks from Harding Humboldt with a final score of 49-8. Kids got a chance to play on the big field under the bright lights here at TCO Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to have some highlights and interviews perhaps as we go to the post game. So the final score again, Two Rivers 49, Harding Humboldt 8. In the first half, when the game was still in play, Rizlov had 3 touchdowns. Altavilla had one himself, sneaking it forward, and that was just a ground and pound half, and it really did the damage, as you see from this. Kind of get a sense, even from the handshake line, the size and the depth of Two Rivers, far too much for the Harding Humboldt co-op. A sloppy game, too, if we're going to be honest, for both sides. Plenty of penalties, things not going the way it needed to. So what we'll do now is we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, we'll have a post-game interview, and we'll do some highlights for the Vikings Prep Spotlight, presented by Twin Cities Orthopedics on Fox9.com. We'll be right back.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Let's see what y'all got, Minnesota.
Magic in Minneapolis.
Welcome back to the Vikings Prep Spotlight, presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. The final score, as you see it there, 49-8. Two Rivers, just too much for Harding Humboldt. The scoring coming on the ground in the first half, through the air in the second. Here you get a look at that first touchdown. This is Ramsey Rizlov scampering in from 19 yards out. That was the first play on offense of the game for Two Rivers. Following that up, Drew Altavilla, the sophomore quarterback, sneaks it in, pounds it forward to cap off a 62-yard drive. And then from short distance, Rizlov basically drives a truck through that hole thanks to his large offensive line. 54-yard drive capped off, 7th play, 2-yard plunge. Scores a touchdown. And then Rizlov here from 17 takes it left side. This one required a little more speed. Rizlov up to the task as he pounds it in. Here's the passing touchdowns in the second half. The first one, what a catch there. Suki goes up to grab it. Adam Suki, left side of the end zone. They tried to get him open all night. They found him there as Drew Altavilla found his arm. This one is a great throw and a great catch. Rears back and fires. And there's number 10, Johnny Lagerman, beats the speedy Aljon Douglas for the touchdown. And then back to the ground game here, powering forward. This is Crewpenny Mason Krupany drives it in for the touchdown. And then here, the first and only score for Harding Humboldt. Che to Che, Neo to Nate on the little lob pass. Again, too little, too late for Harding Humboldt. And the final score here, it was 28-0 at half, 49-8 your final. So what do we learn about these two teams? I think we can say for the victors, Two Rivers, a lot to like. 28 points in the first half. Coming out of the halftime break, coaching staff was concerned, can we finish? Do we have what it takes to do the little things right? I think 3 TDs, particularly the 2 through the air, would tell you that they were ready to do the little things right. They stayed locked in, had one kind of sloppy personal foul penalty for extracurriculars, but other than that, this team played a strong, solid second half. And I think they're telling everybody in Class 5A Section 6 that they are somebody to be reckoned with. They do have a difficult schedule in that section: Apple Valley, Bloomington Jefferson, Bloomington Kennedy, Hastings, and St. Thomas Academy. But tonight, they can be happy. We'll step away for another break. Again, Vikings Prep Spotlight presented by Twin Cities Orthopedic. We'll be right back.